couple of things: the quality of the light, the amount of the light, right? And I like to think of it as like the tone of the light, or the mood that the light is giving, just inherently, naturally. And then what can we do with our cameras and with additional lighting to kind of supplement that, or just go with what is here. So right now, what you can see is there's typically always a direction the light is coming from, right? Right now, because it's kind of cloudy, we are getting a really soft light over pretty much everything. But even if you look at my face right now, I feel like the light is a little bit coming from that way. So if I turn this way, as opposed to if you're looking at my face, the way that it's lit here is much different than if I turn around over here. I'm still lit, right? But it's much different kind of light. So what we want to go for is typically as even a light as we can. So like if we're shooting, so if this was like really sunny, if we were shooting in all sun, we can compensate for that. If we're shooting in all shadow, we can compensate for that. But if lights are balanced either by daylight or by tungsten, right, indoors. And so if we remember our white balance settings on our cameras, right, daylight is like around 5,500 Kelvin, 6,000 Kelvin, and indoor lighting is closer to like 3,500 Kelvin, right? It's more orange. Now these are daylight balanced. They have ones that are, you can switch from tungsten to daylight. Yeah, and the problem with those is every one of these LEDs is giving off a daylight balance, right? In the other type, which is this, you can kind of see it. Half of them are like white looking, half of them are like orange looking. You pass that front. And then this one, you can see all of them are identical, right?
So, if you drop this, it's done?
Maybe. But here's the thing about these that I like. The one you're holding right now is $35 on Amazon.
I was just telling, I saw some Groupon right now.
Yeah, really?
They look pretty cheap.
Oh, I'll take a look.
Yeah, they do.
So there's a couple of things that you think about. So this light is, the reason people love natural light is because it's that's what we measure light against, right? Is natural light. Everything else is kind of, it puts weird colors into people's faces. We really think a lot about skin tones when we think about light. And so natural light is going to make people look the best. Right? It's going to make them look natural. You don't have to do much post-production. Right? So this is just balanced. So it runs on these batteries, which again are really fairly cheap batteries. These are Sony batteries. So you can kind of see like, it's really bright. And you can tell that like because we're in the shadows here and the shade a little bit. So if you put your cameras on and put them on me, there's a couple of things to see. So by wearing this hat sometimes, it can cause shadow on my face, which can sometimes not work very well. Given that we're outside right now, it's probably wrapping fairly nicely around me.
When you film in the sun, you can.
Yeah, you can see that like right now I have a shadow. I have a shadow like on my forehead, that's coming from my hat, right? And now putting this light in different places on my face is going to completely change the way that I look, right? So typically you don't ever want to go up with the light because you get you get that, right? Nobody wants that. That's terrible, right? And the other thing is it also depends on how close or far away it is and how much output. So this is fully dim mode. So I can go from here, there, right, back down again. This one's slightly brighter. So at full blast, this could be very weird, right? So, but the thing is also about how you put your settings, right? So get your settings so that my face looks natural in your camera, right? And look at it.
You got my SD card upstairs.
It changes your aperture if you can, right? So if I'm looking good at, say, aperture f4, out here, probably get away with like, I don't know, if I had to guess, like f4 ISO, maybe 200, somewhere around there. I don't know if somebody wants to confirm that. And then your shutter speed, of course, should be at 50.
200, you said?
If you try it, ISO, ISO 200.
I'm not.
And then ISO further, right? And the other thing is you can isolate your subject better, right? So if and I'm going to show you upstairs how I set up a couple of these, but just imagine if, now one thing is, see how close I am to this brick wall?
Right.
And you're all shooting me right now to f4, right? So these bricks are probably pretty crisp behind me right now.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So now everybody step all the way back, basically to that wall, or maybe halfway in between. Like, yeah. Yep. So you zoom in with this, and then you come back out, and then right in front here, that's the focus. So you just
Yeah, it's cold. It's chilly.
I know, it looks nice outside, but it's the aperture is also what's giving you the shallow depth of field.
right.
Yeah, I know. It is hard. It's a lot to know.
I'm also, this is, when you're on a shoot, you just got to deal with weather and cold,
we were thinking
wind and stuff.
aperture. That's also changing the shallow depth of field as
It
well
is.
with the light.
Yep.
Okay.
So the aperture is going to change your depth of field, and your how zoomed in is going to change your depth of field. So, for instance, if anyone wants to step forward towards me and focus on me, like from here, like really, really close up, you'll find that the background starts to disappear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See that?
So if you're zoomed all the way out, you're saying?
If you're wide,
Yeah.
right, everything's going to be in focus, pretty much no matter what.
Yeah.
If you zoom up to 55 on that, right, or you
Okay.
zoom all the way up to whatever you're, how do you get out of it? You
See if I can
half
focus
press the
on
shutter
it.
button.
I did. And then what?
See, though, it still looks
You're in
like
movie
everything
mode?
You said
behind
that's
him's
a
not in
T3?
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's movie mode.
Oh, T3, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I thought it was smoking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, if you're seeing me, right, by doing this, I can take this off, right? By doing this, if you just kind of close up my face, notice how now you can maybe bring your ISO down, like to 100 or something like that. And the other thing that will make me pop is putting it behind me too, because it's going to remove me from my background. Like this. So, kind of depending on where I put this light, it's really going to change the settings, how you see me,
Yeah.
right? And go like that. So, now this is just one fairly low powered light, so you can imagine that when I pair a couple of those together, when I change them up, it changes a lot. These gels come with these kind of lights, and so now this temperature, the color temperature of this is now a tungsten light, right? So you'll see now that if you have an auto white balance right now, your camera will kind of be like, because I have this kind of light on me, right?
Okay.
Right? Now what you'll notice is if I can find where the light is, and then the idea is to catch it onto me,
See
right?
that? That's a reflector.
Ben, can you stand here for a second?
That's a
So I'm
reflector.
going to use Ben as a model for a minute. So this
So
silver side, what it's going to do is, it's kind of like if you ever had your cell phone in the car and the sun hits it and it reflects and it makes that thing, right? It's the same kind of thing where I want to find where it's reflecting.
Oh, okay, right.
Right? And you see how I can kind of fill in shadows on his face? So then you look at that brick wall for me, right? used to?
Yes.
Okay, you see the side of his face?
Is that better than the light?
So what it's doing is it's making it so that it's even. So right now, because our source is pretty much coming from this direction, this side of his face is a little bit brighter, this side is a little darker. So if I bring in a reflector here,
Oh, right. Evens it out.
see how it evens it out? And depending on where I bring it, I can kind of change the way that he looks.
Do you have to be that close to the subject?
You don't always, this light is particularly not very bright, right? And so it's the same kind of idea. With this, where I can take this and I can kind of
You need help?
not easily do this myself. You want to hold this right here for me? So if I do this, and I can do it so that you can kind of see, and if you kind of play with it so that, try to like bounce it into my face.
Oh, okay. How's that?
It's good,
See?
But under his
But it's
hat.
under my, but it's like, but yeah, you see, like this is, and that's the kind of idea is that that's what people are doing when they
And
when they take
usually
things
have
like
more
this.
than one person doing
Right.
that.
Yeah, and this is why it's very helpful to have more than one person.
Right.
Because especially when you have something like this where it's windy, you need like really heavy things to hold this stuff.
Okay. 4 lights, backdrop.
Is this your book?
Notebook?
I didn't bring that. You still gonna get it, huh? You still gonna get it.
I think I saw the same tripod that you had online,
Oh yeah.
right? That's what you said.
I seen a good video that just posted yesterday, like the 10 necessities for a new filmmaker. Show like lighting. I didn't go through all of it, but it was good.
Yeah. I feel like every day they come out with some kind of really new, great like videos like that. Evolve this stuff a lot. But it really is about kind of figuring out what it is that you need, what works for you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go up.
Now you can see how people fall when they're trying to get a shower.
Oh, yeah, right? I
That's
know.
never happened to you, has it?
Once I was filming a wedding, and they had, so they had a big open room for the ceremony.
Yeah.
And they delineated, you can probably tell I was going as soon as I say this, they delineated the walkway
Right.
by putting mason jars with candles in them,
Oh.
right? All lined like this.
Yeah.
Right, so that there was like people on either side.
Yeah.
And I'm filming
I'm all
them.
laughing.
I'm filming them and I'm over here and I kind of go get in behind the people
Yeah.
and filming them again and I get this good spot and I kind of, I'm like down like this and I'm filming them right and
Yeah.
they're in their vows at this point and she says something and she's like, and I will love you, da da da, like this. Shift over a little bit, and then boom! I hit one of those mason jars with the candle, and it's like what it sounded like to me was like
It
an
was-
echoing
yeah.
like nightmare
And
of
everyone's
sound.
like-
Everyone, literally everyone was like,
Yeah, like you interrupted this beautiful moment.
and then they got back to them. And what vindicated me
Yeah.
was then one of the bridesmaids also kicked one over and almost
Okay.
set the dress on fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But
Like,
okay.
well, that's a stupid
That's
idea.
oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
They did that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it does happen. You gotta,
Right, yeah.
gotta have like a good sense of your surroundings
Yeah.
before you're walking around. Not great. It's like these ones are so cheap and they have so much output. And the other thing the word that I was thinking of that now just came to me is it's called CRI or color index rating. I don't know why it's CRI, color rating index. I guess it's color rating index. The CRI. And so it's a number from 1 to 100. 100 is outside, right? It's sunlight, right? So
Natural light.
all lights are rated on a scale from 1 to 100. If a light doesn't have a CRI rating, that means it's probably under 80, which means that it's going to put weird colors into people's skin. It's not going to look good. It's kind of like these lights, right? This is over here. So you can see. So I'm blind now. I can't see anything, right? So this is the kind of light it's putting on me. The LEDs are kind of naturally soft, as opposed to just like directional lights, which are more like giant flashlights, or like stage lights. These are a little bit softer, but like that is hard for me to I can't look anywhere in that direction. I can pretty much look about here. If I can kind of get this out of my periphery, that's about as far as I can go.
Excuse me.
But
If you are filming with green screen, you don't want a shadow, correct?
No,
Is that right?
you
That's
don't.
what I.
And you don't, in
Right.
general, shadows, whether it's green screen shooting or regular shooting, shadows, a lot of times you don't want them, because they can, but unless you do want them, meaning you want to have full control over the light. If there's shadows, that means you want them there. If there's shadows that just happen to be there, you probably want to figure out a way to eliminate them somehow. So you can see this like that, but when I put this here, for me, it's significantly easier to look at like this. And now it's just kind of providing a little extra light on me, right? And again, depending on where I am, I can usually get this about this close to the town, like that. So that if they're the idea is that it's even this is giving a little extra, fill-in light than if I didn't have those. And typically that's all you really need.
Would you have it that close if you're interviewing someone? Where's your camera?
Closer even, where you are.
Oh, okay. Just
Like if I'm interviewing someone.
shooting from an angle or.
I mean, I might have it like
Okay.
there, something like that. And I would
Okay.
Okay, something like that.
like that, right? And then this is where I can't see myself. So
It looks like a confession.
Confession
Confession
a
shot.
confession.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Where were you when?
Right.
And so, like when we're thinking about different styles of lighting, right? The most kind of common lighting scenario is a 3-point lighting setup. Has everyone seen or heard about a 3-point lighting setup?
I didn't make
He's
it.
always
I should
doing,
have.
one thing about him, you don't sleep.
No, ever.
Bye.
He's always doing
Goodbye.
something.
See you.
Like, the local schools, like, I know something about it.
All right. As always, if you like what you saw, please share, like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos from this channel.